Hello, my darlings. I'm so excited to see you. Look, I usually wear black, but I wanted to wear something really pretty to read the very first read aloud where I'm on camera. Hi! But I feel like you're right there because I remember reading to you in your classroom. And see that shadow? Look at my little kitty. That's Violet. That's her favorite place to be. So I just love when she's up there. Sometimes she goes up and down. Look, she's cleaning her little face now. I wish you could come here, but you can't. So here's what I do is I imagine that you're here. And you're all so important to me. And I'm so excited about, even though I think you've seen other videos that your teachers have let you see of me, this is specifically, that's a good word, specifically for the Denver Public Library Read Aloud. And it's really exciting. So I get to read to you one of my favorite books. It's so great. And look, I always like to point out it got the Caldecott Award. You can't see it very well, but Caldecott's very particular who they give awards to. And they love this book so much. It's called, look, it's so funny because the cows are typing. And the chicken's like, how do you know that? And they're typing. And then the duck is like, oh, what are they doing? And the name of this book is Click, Clack, Moo, Cows That Type by Doreen, Cronin, pictures by Betsy Lewin. So, let's see what happens in this book. Oh, they picked my favorite color for the inside. That's exciting. So let's see what happens. Here's the typewriter they use. This is one like my grandma used to have. You might not have ever seen one in the old days. It's really great. She wrote for a newspaper. And then here's the title page. Click, clack, moo. There's they found that old typewriter. Okay, so here's Farmer Brown. He looks kind of grouchy, doesn't he? Okay, Farmer Brown has a problem. His cows like to type. All day long he hears click, clack, moo, click, clack, moo, click, clack, moo. Can you do that? Let's do it together. Click, clack, moo, click, clack, moo, clickety, clack, moo. Oh, you're good at that. And he doesn't like the sound of that. What in the heck is going on? At first, he couldn't believe his ears. Cows that type? Impossible. I like to do grouchy voices, do you? And then he's walking toward the barn. There it is. Click, clack, moo. He's hearing click, clack, moo, clickety, clack, moo. He's gonna find out what the heck is going on. Then he couldn't believe his eyes. First he couldn't believe his ears. He couldn't believe his eyes. And here's a note the cows had typed and put on the barn. There he is with his shadow reading the note. And the note says, Dear Farmer Brown, the barn is very cold at night. We'd like some electric blankets. Sincerely, the cows. Do you know what electric blankets are? They're fuzzy blankets, but inside there's like a heating element. Keep you very warm. So Farmer Brown, he was not happy. This is what he was thinking. It was bad enough the cows had found the old typewriter in the barn. Now they wanted electric blankets. Do you want to see electric blankets like that? Electric blankets. One more time. Electric blankets. No way. Do that. No way, said Farmer Brown. No electric blankets. Let's do that. No electric blankets. One more time. No electric blankets. So the cows went on strike. They left a note on the barn door. Another one. And look, you can see him enraged, his shadow. And the note says, The note says, "Sorry, we're closed. No milk today. No milk for you." What do you think the farmer thought? "No milk today," cried the Farmer Brown. And in the background, he could hear the cows busy at work. Cluck, cluck, moo, cluck, cluck, moo, clickety, clack, moo. The power of the pen or typewriter. They're going to have some rights around this farm. The next day, he got another note. I love that the cows watched out for the hens. Here's what the note said. See the hens? "Dear Farmer Brown, the hens are cold too. They'd like electric blankets. Sincerely, the cows." And there he is reading that. He has a fit, let me just tell you. The cows were growing impatient with the farmer, so they left a new note on the barn door. They didn't hear anything back from him. And so here's all the chickens. They knocked over the milking stool, and they have this note for him that says, "Closed. No milk, no eggs." "No eggs!" cried Farmer Brown. In the background, he heard them. Do you want to do the no eggs part? "No eggs!" And in the background, he heard them. Click, clack, moo, clickety, clack, moo, clickety, clackety, moo. These cows were organized. And here's what Farmer Brown said in a fury. Can you make a furious face? "Cows that type, hens on strike. Who ever heard of such a thing? How can I run a farm with no milk and no eggs?" Let's do that line. How can I run a farm with no milk and no eggs? Let's do that. How can I run a farm with no milk and no eggs? Farmer Brown was furious. So, Farmer Brown got out his own typewriter. Here's what his typewriter looks. It's a little more modern. And he writes a note to the cows. "Dear cows and hens, there will be no electric blankets. You are cows and hens. I demand milk and eggs. Sincerely, Farmer Brown." Does that make you want to give him something? I demand! How dare you? I don't think that's going to really suit the cows that much, do you? Well, here's what happens. The duck was a neutral party. He wasn't for the cows, or the ducks weren't for the cows, or the farmer, So the duck takes a note from Farmer Brown, and he takes that note, that angry note. He brought it to the cows. So here's the duck. So you see, he's got the note in his mouth. Walks all the way up to the barn with the note. Okay, so the cows held an emergency meeting. All the animals gathered around the barn so that they could hear what was going on, but none of them could understand moo, the moo language. And here they are, all gathered around, and the door's locked. They're like, "Can you understand?" "No, I don't know moo language." Okay, but I want to know what's going on. And all night long, Farmer Brown waited for an answer. Do you think he was nervous? Angry and nervous? Duck knocked on the door early next morning. He handed Farmer Brown a note. So he brought the note to them. They worked all night and had the meeting. They sent a note back. And here's the duck giving the note. And the note says, Dear Farmer Brown, we will exchange our typewriter for electric blankets. Leave them outside the barn door, and we will send Duck over with the typewriter. Sincerely, the cows. So they're saying, we'll give you the typewriter if you give us the... So there was, before they were just like, give us electric blankets. Now they're like, okay, we'll give you the typewriter, you give us the electric blankets. So Farmer Brown decided it was a good idea. He left his blankets next to the barn door like they asked and waited for Duck to come with the typewriter. And look what a comfortable night they had. Here's the little shining lights on the things that tell you that they're heating up, and everybody's so toasty and they slept so good and life was just wonderful. So the farmer was waiting for the typewriter to come. The next morning he got a note, and the note said, so here's the ducks typing a note. And the note said, from the ducks this time, Dear Farmer Brown, the pond is quite boring. We'd like a diving board. Sincerely, the ducks. And this is how it sounded. Click, clack, quack. Click, clack, quack. Click, clack, quack. Clickety, clack, quack. And that's what they're doing. And that, if it turns upside down, it says duck feed. They're making a little table for their thing. And just so you know how the farmer learned his lesson, remember, it was this whole long struggle whether or not they were going to get their electric blankets. The very next page shows he didn't even argue. The very next page and the last page is the ducks enjoying the diving board. See? Let me show you. I didn't skip a page. They're typing. The farmer just said, yes, yes, here's a diving board. What else do you need? I just want you guys to be happy, really. I just want a good farm, and we're all working together. What do you think of that story? You love it. When groups get together, they can make a big difference. Everybody got what they wanted. I wonder if all the animals ended up learning how to type. I hope they have more books that win awards to tell us more stories of these smart animals. So there's Violet still enjoying her day. I hope you're enjoying your day. So every week I will be sending another video for Miss Marianne's Read Aloud. Thank you for being here. And one of these days when COVID's all taken care of, this person is going to look into your eyes in your classroom whenever it's safe, but not until then. But in the meantime, we can do this. And also, your teachers can send me messages about things that you want to hear or ideas you have or anything, and I'll answer them back. So I love this method. It might end up being as fun as reading in your classrooms. So thanks for being here. I care about you all. I'm going to give you a virtual hug. Everyone hug themselves, and I'll hug myself for like we're hugging ourselves for each other. All right. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you next week with a new book. Thank you.